Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
What is good, YouTube? It is your boy JulyGlo. We are finally here with a dribble tutorial that has been requested. Yes, sir. Now, I never would have thought I would be doing a dribble tutorial on 2K. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, I'm not even going to get too much into that, but just know I never thought I would be doing a dribble tutorial. But I'm here to help y'all out, man. You asking, you shall receive. Yes, sir. I'm going to get into the basics with y'all. I got to let y'all know there's just two types of things going on here, man. You got to stand still dribbling, the moving dribbling, and knowing when to speed boost out of all your dribble moves. And knowing that you can mess up dribbling when you try to speed boost out your dribble moves. When you do that, you have to be aware of it so you can reset. Because it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad when you mess up on your speed boost after you try to dribble. You see, I got James Harden out here because I think James Harden is one of the smoothest dribblers, probably the smoothest dribbler in the game that doesn't have quicker shifty, so he doesn't get that really speed boost animation. But he has his own little thing going for him. But pay attention. First things first. Key moves. Knowing when to change the ball between your right hand and your left hand. First move, one of my favorite moves. The ball is in the left hand. You hold R2 and you flick diagonal up. Now you see how slow this is? But see, look, that's the thing. When it comes to dribbling in 2K nowadays, you know, back in the day, used to just be moves used to just play out for you, like the rhythm dribble, aka you hold R2 and you flick up and you get the rhythm dribble. But now they got you really getting nasty. You can flick up and get up out of there, you know what I'm saying? But look, that's two things right there. Rhythm dribble, hold R2, flick up, hold diagonal down R2 opposite ball hand, and look at that. Look at that. You see the moves that we're doing? Do you see the moves that we're doing? Look, pay attention. We're going to do it all together now. Rhythm dribble. Opposite ball hand, flick up. Hold diagonal. Opposite ball hand, diagonal. Diagonal right. Diagonal left. Diagonal right. Diagonal left. Now look, diagonal down. Opposite ball hand. Look, for y'all curry sliders from, past 2Ks, it's just think of this as a curry slide move. Everybody got their own little curry slide move now, alright? We got another one, you know what I'm saying? Holding R2. These are all holding R2 dribble moves, alright? Look at that. James Harden move right here. That's James Harden move, alright? Now remember these commands. This is holding R2, flicking down, alright? These are all the commands holding R2. Now look, we got one that's horizontal. This is your horizontal. Oh, that's diagonal. And look, remember that, see? You're on different sides of the court. You can have it on absolute, but it's really hard to dribble on, the wings, the corners, stuff like that. When you get used to it, it'll be easier so you know exactly where to point your analog state. But you see, this is horizontal, opposite ball hand. Horizontal, opposite ball hand. Now you see how everything I said was opposite ball hand. Now there are moves that are same ball hand. It's just a little quick hezzy, just a little quick hezzy. That's all it is though. Same ball hand is always just gonna be a quick hezzy. Now that's all R2. All R2. Now the thing is about 2K that I love so much for the past 2 years, but mostly 22, when it comes to dribbling, is that we can do all those commands without R2. Now you're really mixing things up. Flick up without R2, this is what you get. A standstill crossover. You can spam it. Flick up. Now these flick diagonal opposite ball hands are very important for the person's dribble sigs. Because you got stuff like this you can do without R2. You really sizing a person up. That's what James Harden does. He really sizes people up, you know what I'm saying? It's very important to do certain stuff like this and practice with different cards to see what their, commands are in these certain dribble moves. Now remember, like I said, No R2 right now. Now we're on the no R2s. Flick up. Switching ball hands technically. A crossover right in front of you. And you can spam it. This is diagonal. This is diagonal. Opposite ball hand. Oh no, that was my fault. That's horizontal. This is horizontal. Now I don't like James Harden's diagonal. It looks fine here, but in a combo, he does it extremely slow. So be aware that he does it extremely slow. And I try to do it faster. 2K said, the faster you flick, the faster it goes. Sometimes that just does work, but just like that. But it just, in the combo, it's just not, it doesn't move like that. It's more in the combos that I'm doing. You feel me? But you gotta memorize these moves. It's important to memorize where the ball's going to end up with. Where it's going to end up at when you're doing these dribble moves. Remember, this is the flick up. This is the horizontal between the legs. Remember that. This is diagonal down. And now this is the flick down, just like that. Now this is a good one. I like this one. Now you got all your standstill dribbling down, right? You know what I'm saying? With the R2, without the R2. You can cut the video back, pause it, re-look at it, make sure you look at this, look at the commands on the screen. That's what I want to say. Look at the commands on the screen. Because when you learn all the commands, you can make up your own little combos. Now I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna step it up just a little bit. We did all the standstill, right? Now we're gonna step it up just a little bit. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that can help y'all. Now this move has been in the game since 2K15. Well, not this move that I'm doing. This little zigzag, but it's called the momentum. Everybody should know the momentum, right? That move right there. Now I love doing the little hezzy, James Harden little hezzy, before I do the momentum, because it just, it's just a good little trigger. Now I'm gonna let y'all know to do the the moving. This right here, this is James Harden moving step back. He got to stand and step back. I gotta tell y'all this before the momentum. That's his standing step back. This is his moving step back. Now it looks the same though, but his moving step back is when you're running. When you're moving around on the court, everybody's is different. Now, James Harden's is smooth because it's just real quick. You can cancel it. I like stuff that you can cancel. They don't have a lot of canceling stuff in the game, but they also do. But the thing is, when it comes to the momentum, all you gotta do is just flick your analog stick, your left analog stick, look. When you do the hezzy and moving, you move your right analog stick first, the direction you want to go. See, look, I'm running to the left. I flick down, do the hezzy. The animation can't happen if I point my analog stick wrong. Remember, you point your analog sticks the wrong way, you will not get the right animation. But it's okay, because the minute you mess up, you just gotta reset. You just gotta reset. Just flick down. Always remember to flick down when you mess up. Always remember to flick down when you mess up. But the momentum's right there. And if you mess up, it's okay if you mess up on a momentum, because it's still okay. You just switch your ball hands. You know what I'm saying? That's okay if you still mess up on it. But remember, the commands are going to be on the screen. So all you got to do is when you're running, flick down to trigger the moving hezzy. That's what it's called, the moving hezzy, or moving step back, I should say. And you can cancel it. You see how far I get just like that, right? You can cancel it with the momentum. Now look, if you try to cancel in speed boost, it does that. You can't cancel in speed boost out of it. You gotta do a move. This is a very important move. When I say very important, it's gonna be very important for y'all in the future. You gotta pay attention to certain cards. Like, I'm gonna show you a card that, we got one, that's okay. I'm gonna go with, Jamal Crawford. Now, the way I dribble, Jamal Crawford's moving hezzy. It's all right, and he has shifting. To me, this is a little clampable. But if you know what you're doing, it's not clampable. You feel me? Now, Jamal Crawford's pretty smooth, but you probably wouldn't want him using James Harden, because The showcase SIGs, I don't think Jamal Crawford SIGs are the best, but he still is pretty good. But look, we're gonna go over it one more time. Just like that. Commands will be on the screen. I'm gonna have arrows pointing exactly where I want you to point your sticks. Now momentum. Now I gotta tell you one more thing before I go into any more combos. We're gonna pull out Klay Thompson because we're gonna get into the advanced part. You have to be aware of when your opponent is off on you and when to call first screen to do some of these moves. We are playing 2K22. The AI will clamp literally all this shit up. The AI will literally clamp all this shit up. I promise you. If you don't do anything, any of these moves right, the AI will clamp all this up. Alright? So be aware of that. But look, now we're gonna get a little bit more advanced, you feel me? We're gonna pull out Klay Thompson, a card that can speed boost. Alright, y'all. We got Klay Thompson out. And I don't have really a lot of combos, I'll say, with Klay Thompson, because you know I always like to dribble based off what my opponent is giving me. If my opponent is playing a certain way, you know, I just call for a screen and hit it. But if this person's on-balling me, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it's clip time. But the main thing I want to teach on when I pull out Klay Thompson is the crab drag back. I feel like this will get your opponent and your AI. Well, and your AI. Mostly, they're like, when I say gets their AI, you're shifting them this way, then canceling the move and speed boosting. Klay does have quick first step on Hall of Fame. Now, you can do this move mostly with anybody. Well, not mostly. You can do this move with everybody. You know, Klay diagonal up, R2. Everything is holding R2. You know, his is just, I feel like his is, you know, just creates so much space. Hey, look how much space this creates, you know. But I'll say this is probably like my favorite move to start off every combo with. Is that right there. And to do that, you know what I'm saying? Hold R2. You want to hold R2. Ball's in the left hand. You want to hold R2. Flick diagonal up to the right. You want to get that down. Flick diagonal up to the right. You know, I was just teaching you that. Make sure you flick diagonal up to the right. Then immediately after, you can actually cancel the animation. The minute you put these commands in, of course, my bad. The minute you put those commands in, you want to flick your left stick down. Your left stick down. You want to flick your left stick down. And then your right stick up. All while you're holding R2. So it's real quick. It's real quick commands. It's real quick commands. Of course, I'm gonna have the arrows on the screen for y'all. This is a very, to me, this is a very good combo. You know, some people like to spam the drag back, the snatch back, whatever. But I feel like adding the crab move before you do it, it's just top tier. I feel like that is top tier. You know. Another one I like right here. You flick down, hold R2, this you're moving hezzy. Down, drag back. But always do it to the right. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the, like, trying to do my drag back to the left. I mean, to the right. I like doing my drag back to the left and going left this way. If you flick down, you gotta do, on the left side for me, the momentum is the best one. The momentum is the best one, going to the right. And then the drag back is the best is going to the left. Left hand, you want to hold R2. You want to flick your right stick diagonal down opposite ball hand. You want to get this down right here. Then immediately after you flick it diagonal down. Because you want to get this, when you see this animation, that's how you know you're flicking the right, you know, you're doing the right commands. This is diagonal down. But the minute you flick diagonal down with the right stick, you want to flick your left stick the opposite direction. So if I flick my right stick diagonal right, diagonal down right, I want to flick my left stick the same where the ball hand is in, which is the left. Just like that. I know you see people do this move. You know what I'm saying? It's just to me, you know, it can get the AI. You know what I'm saying? You do this move right here, you get speed boost out of it. Now that's the thing. You can mess up doing it like if you're not used to doing it. Because I usually don't speed boost out of it. I use it as a combo. Things like that. But it is one of the moves, like there's not a lot of moves that really get by AIs. And before you know it, nobody's getting past AI. You know, you got Kawhi out here and LeBron, stuff like that. But this is the move where I feel like, you know, you guys would like this move. I feel like it's a good move to use while you're in the middle of doing your combos, rhythm dribble. You know, you can start off your combo with it, stuff like that. And everybody's little misdirection or fake behind the back looks different. Now remember what I said. Now look, the ball's in my left hand. I'm gonna flick diagonal down left and then flick my right stick. And right afterwards, remember, see these animations just like that. You wanna make sure you're doing these animations, those animations. You can get that move right there. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. You can spam it, but I'll be honest with y'all. Clay's isn't that fast. I think the fastest one to me on my team, it could be James Harden for their spam. It could be. And that's the thing. If you know, like you see, that's James Harden's diagonal down. So like if you just like mess up on doing it, it's okay because you're still doing a good move. So it's like you're not like you're not like messing your stuff up if you don't do the move right. You know what I'm saying? But remember, diagonal down, and you flick the right stick immediately. You know what I'm saying? Diagonal down, and you flick the left stick immediately afterwards. All right, y'all. One more. I should have one more move for y'all. It's not really a move, it's like a little combo. You always want to. Well, I'll say it's more of a tip. It's your rhythm dribble. Clay has a really good rhythm dribble. All right, you see that's this whole thing playing out. I want y'all to like get used to where the ball ends up at when you're doing a rhythm dribble. I know the minute I flick up, like if the ball's in Clay's right hand, I do the rhythm dribble, I can speed boost to the left. I know that's for a fact, you know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to get used to, you flick up, speed boost, you know what I'm saying? It's a flick up, speed boost, flick down, and momentum. Flick up, speed boost, flick down, momentum. And it's the same thing, you can flick up, flick down, and do the thing again. That's tough. That's tough. Now some of these cards are gonna have, cause this is like y'all gotta remember I'm teaching you how to dribble, but these are Clay SIGs. Some people are not gonna be moving like this, and some people are gonna move low key better than Clay. Now, do I think Clay moves the best? Yes, but I also for his value, I should say that, I guess. But there's only one card I think that moves better than Clay, which is Steve Francis. His rhythm dribble. This is his diagonal down R2. This is diagonal down, no R2. Diagonal up, Steve Francis. Like, that's just moving step back. He can speed boost out of it. He doesn't have to cancel his like James Harden and Clay. Like he has a fast momentum. Cards like this, man, him, Darren Fox, stuff like that, they're just so good, bruh. They're just so good. But look, man, hopefully this helps y'all out. Hopefully I don't sound too sick. Hopefully I don't get my words too mixed up. If my words are getting mixed up or anything, the command should be on the screen perfectly for y'all, all right? I should definitely have the arrows of where y'all should be doing it with y'all right sticks and where y'all should be pointing, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, practicing here, man, hour, 30 minutes, whatever, if you got the time, things like that. If you don't feel like playing Eliminate, don't feel like playing clutch mode, whatever, yada, yada, whatever your mode is. If you want to play Truth or online, offline, you know, get in the lab, man. Get in the lab. Y'all follow me on Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see I be in the lab sometimes, yada, yada. But look, man, Enough of the sniffles, boy. It's been your boy JulyGlo, man. If you're new here, like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, man. Roll to 300, and I'll catch you on the next one.